Hey guys, I'm Johnathan Mueller from J&M Productions. I am the director of Welcome to the Game ClintsChapter and also Lucas Kamega.
Hey guys, Jay Doherty here from JD Entertainment. I am the executive producer and actor for Welcome to the Game ClintsChapter.
I think Welcome to the Game, when it first came out, it's just such a unique video game. And something just clicked in my head where I had to turn it into some sort of story. And really, that's where the concept film initially started. And, we took it upon ourselves to tell it, during school.
I've never played the video game, didn't know anything about it, and then all I just kept hearing was, I had this idea, I want to make it. And again, we're 22, 23, somewhere around there, right? College, and it just was an idea. Never thought it would ever.
Yeah.
And again, it is a concept film because of how the budget was less than $500. Yeah, it
$500.
was.
Like
And
most of the equipment we got, like we did zero like lighting stuff. Like we did
yeah,
a couple cube
a
light things here,
little
but like
things here
other
and
than
there.
that, a lot of the filming we were just winging it
Yeah,
basically.
it's just
So, but it was just an idea that stuck with me, and I'm glad we told it because I thought overall it turned out pretty okay.
for beginners, yeah, and it's not most. It's compared to what we just did now, it, to what we did 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. It's not the same. I mean, the quality is so much better. The acting is better. The camera work, the lighting, the audio, especially the audio, everything about it is bigger and better in every way as it should be.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to like compare the two. Like if you were to compare one scene to another, because they're both, like
You
you
can't.
said,
They're
so different
each
in terms of quality, the cinematography,
yeah.
everything has changed so
Each
drastically
scene
for
is
some of the
different. Like
stuff.
there's not many big one takes anymore, unless you really made it a one take. Like the first concept film, we made two one takes back to back, and it just didn't work. Where if you see the concept film where Luke is walking up the stairs, he gets inside, puts the binder down, grabs a glass, grabs a drink, sits down, and that was a whole like a minute one take. That is not, it's at that point in time, it looked fantastic, it looked great, and
Now, of course,
now
like
is
it's like shame on you
it's
guys
like
for doing that.
now with it could have been like if we add lighting and we added something to it, then maybe it would have
Right,
been
and that's
better.
what Clint's chapter is to basically do like a spit and polish
Yeah,
basically for what the concept film was supposed to be.
yes, and it's a lot better because there's more characters. Scenes are either extended or changed just a little minor details. Scenes that have been deleted, and just everything about it has been bigger and better. And it's longer. It's 45 minutes longer
Yeah,
than the
so
concept
basically
film.
double to
Yeah,
what the first
it's
film
just.
was.
And don't get me wrong, when we first saw it, we thought, oh, it's great. It's a great concept film. It's the greatest thing we've done so far. I can't wait to see what our next stuff with
But it
five
really wasn't until
stages.
after we did Five Stages of
Yeah,
Payback, which was your TV
yeah,
series, and especially after episode 5, I'm like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
we got to do better, man.
Right, yeah, because
you know,
because we had better equipment, we had audio a little bit better, um, cameras were a lot better, lighting, the idea, I guess, of just doing a TV show, it's just everything about it was better. And so when you brought up the idea, oh, let's do ClintsChapter again, or Welcome to the Game again, we all thought like, well, isn't that a little too soon? I mean, it just came out. We got five
yeah,
stages. Let 5 stages sit. I mean, we didn't think of it. And then once you had, you know, you said, oh, guys, but we got the lighting. I got more actors. I have a better idea. I can make this better. And then once you really are like, all right, let's try it. We tried it, and it turned out to be exciting. We've seen some clips. We've seen, the final stages of what it's supposed to look like, and it looks
yeah. I
amazing.
mean, seriously, even just going from the non-color graded shots to what they are now, that
Yeah,
alone is completely different to what it's
yeah,
supposed to
and
be.
the cameras just made a whole sense of how different it could be.
What do you think is one of the biggest and baddest scenes we did in that for Clint's chapter?
Oh God, I'd have to say there's a couple scenes that really stand out that really have changed or have been added. And I have to say Potawatomi Park is up there, one of the top 5
Yeah,
scenes up there out of all 15 scenes or so.
especially with changing the character from the breather to Mr. Delfalco.
Yes, a new character.
So we've added new characters like we
Yes.
mentioned before.
Just the whole scene of that character alone is just like no one's. I mean, people have probably seen that type of character in other movies,
Yeah,
but just that the way we introduce him so
Yeah.
randomly and the
Yeah.
way he's just there, just out of nowhere,
yeah.
I think is spectacular, especially at night.
Oh yeah.
And I
there
can't
were
wait
some
to see.
incredible
Yeah, there
shots that
are
we did.
shots that Jesus and Jacob did. Shout out to you guys. The shots you guys came up with of the angles and how to treat it
Yeah.
is
Like
perfect.
the shot of the camera going like, past
Yes.
the saw and all that. Ah,
That whole
so
scene
good.
in itself,
So
is
good.
just from that moment, and to see the color grading of that is going to look amazing. And I
Yeah.
can't wait for that. And that's one of the probably the top 3, not top 5 scenes in the entire movie.
And then we also had the opportunity of filming at the abandoned wedding venue.
Yes.
That was just incredible.
That's another
in
scene.
fact, most of the trailer I think was just that.
I think so
But it just because it looks so good, you know.
of what we've done in that whole
Being able to film at a
scene.
location that we literally had the whole place to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Owner just kept the doors unlocked and said, "Enjoy."
Yeah, enjoy.
So
have at it. And it's so run down. He's like, if you break anything, I could care less, because he's revamping it anyway.
So it was literally the perfect place.
He's like, just
it was
have fun, do whatever you want.
And of course, that's when we now have put the breather in. So just it could not have been in any better perfect location for that character.
Again, that whole scene being done color graded, it's going to be another top 5, top 3 scene out there, because easily of how it starts. It literally, from when it starts, when you see certain people and certain characters in that scene, it's going to give you like a shock and awe, like, okay, what's going to happen? How is it going to happen?
Yeah.
And it really dives in. And the basement of that place,
terrifying.
You're expecting to get a tetanus shot. You're expecting a mouse and there was nothing down there, which was shocking to me.
There was one room we didn't get to use, but it was dripping water. If you remember
I
that.
do remember
and
that.
It was so creepy, but we couldn't use it because there was these giant metal pipes.
Yeah, it was too
and
low.
even with Jacob being the small kid he is, it was just.
Yeah, he could have fit. It's just.
It was too dangerous for the casting crew.
Too dangerous for that type of stuff, but it's one of those places where we will revisit it again.
Oh, 100%.
100% for, I can already confirm it's probably going to be there for season 2 of 5 stages, and probably even small skits here and there to use it.
Absolutely.
And it's great. I mean, there had to be a point in time where you thought, I can't make it. Like, could you?
Never did I think we would get really just the help for this film. Like, even just from the St. Charles Police Department, even to the City Council helping us locking down locations. I mean, that I did not think was possible for this, because in previous films we just kind of weaned a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no. There's a lot. Yeah, no, I can attest to that.
It was really cool just having the community really come together and help us bring this film to life. I mean, that really, without some of those people, like, this film would be completely different.
Oh, God,
and it really would.
Even people who didn't work on the film, them just helping us find, especially finding that abandoned place. They weren't even part of the cast. They just said, hey, I know you guys are looking for something, try this. And it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to use it again. There's got to be a moment where you thought, can I make this scene work? Is this scene really worth it? Can I get away with this? There's got to be there's moments where you probably think, this might not work. Could this work? Can I weave this in somehow? Can I add this character? You know what I mean? Because you added characters that we didn't see in the concept film. You even kind of removed, I wouldn't say removed character, but you dialed back a few characters. And you've even added.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially for my character, like Lucas, that was probably the most controversial one, because Lucas in the video games is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 30s. He's Polish, and it's just me. I'm look at me.
Yeah, do
Like,
you see any polars from
yeah,
that thing?
like, so that was a very controversial move. But as you know, because when we did the concept film, I hated playing
Mm,
Lucas,
yeah.
hated playing him, but we had no choice because we went through so many issues with the actors. But then as the years went on, and I started writing other Welcome to the Game stories, I really started to fall more in love with the character, and I added bits of me into
Mm-hmm.
him. So then I thought, you know what, I'm actually gonna take
Yeah.
this up
Own
another
this
level,
character, right?
and I'm a, right, he's mine now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him the coat. I'm gonna get him a cane.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystery behind him.
He's got a
You
certain
know,
style to
yeah.
it, and I kind of feel like you took,
And I made, I went. Your character went from just some guy in a mask to
yeah. Now I'm a
there's tension.
yeah.
There's tension
Yeah.
between you and me, and and there's just all the just little all this stuff that maybe will be told in other
Hmm.
stories that we look forward to
And I like
tell.
how there's little subtle differences between the concept film and this, especially the noir, because the noir in the first film, I remember again, it was a $400 budget. We didn't think, hey, it's just a student film. We'll just do it, blah blah blah. Right? I wore for the first, it was just a mask, blue, just regular, but for regular stupid clothes. But now for this, there's a style.
Yeah,
It's black
I'm black.
on black, or is what you can do with white. A
Yeah,
white mask to really emphasize these guys are serious.
you don't
You
want,
don't
yeah.
want anything to do with it. You see them down the street,
If you
and
see
you
them down
gotta
the street
walk.
and they're looking at you, you're
You're
probably
walking
dead.
the other way.
Yeah,
And I like how we've added stuff to ClintsChapter where there's certain levels of the noir, and there's certain conditions they follow, and there's certain, there's the basic people who have to follow the rules.
hmm
Then it's like a lieutenant, then a captain, and then the guy in charge, and then
right. So we've created
yeah,
different styles of noir. It's
yeah,
not just the noir,
yeah,
noir, noir, noir.
yeah,
It's just
right,
there's other ones. We got like a phantom noir. We
yeah.
got the lieutenant
There's a
noir.
lieutenant
There's
noir.
there's
Yeah,
different levels, and it's actually based on a game that since has now been canceled. But basically, there's different tiers of noir that you
mm,
can be. So it's really just depending on how hungry you are for for the survival instincts that the video game has, and we put that right into
and
the
I love it
movie.
so much
I do
because
too.
it shows the level. It's like, God, how much,
How
how
many
many are there?
right, it's it's like, it's just a couple to, like, there are
It's
so
like, no,
many of
there are
them,
so many, and we had
and it just goes to show how much people are power hungry
yeah,
in the city.
and
So
it shows. It's like, okay, like, didn't I just get rid of this guy, or didn't I just evade? It's like, no, he's a different version, or he's not a different version, but a different type noir than this one. And there's just hundreds of different people who are, like you said, power hungry for the certain of survival, and you'll see that in ClintsChapter. You'll see that different. It's like, God, now there's this one and this one. It's like, oh,
yeah.
where does it end? Like, how does it end?
That's
And
the beautiful thing,
it's the
it
beautiful
doesn't end.
thing where it just doesn't end, and
Yeah,
I think it grabs that where the concept film didn't have it.
yeah.
And another character that really pops is Adam. He's another character who
Yes, yes,
really
yeah, and that
just
scene alone is
changes.
just, yeah.
He
It
really
was
adds
so
that.
awesome to
Yeah.
bring Joe Rosing back for that, and that scene looks so incredibly
That's a
good.
whole thing.
That, in terms of cinematography, is probably our top three.
Oh, definitely.
It's
Even
the
if it's just a small little 2 minute thing, it's one of the best cinematography we've done since we've started doing films. Even going to other people's projects, I think it's probably one of the best things we've ever seen
I agree,
because of
100%.
what we've added, the location we've chosen to shoot that scene.
I know we filmed in a fucking attic.
Yeah, we filmed in a narrow little place, and we
But
were
yeah,
able
it
to
looked
add.
so well with the
Yeah,
smoke and everything.
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just the thing. Like, we took like all the little details that we put
Hmm.
into this film for every little thing we've done, from cinematography to just everything. It just all
Hmm.
connects so well, and it's showing.
Yeah, and
I
it
mean,
shows.
it really
And
is.
it's not like we've thought of this stuff on our own. I mean, some stuff we have, but obviously we're young, so we've taken things from different directors, like any other director
Oh
does,
yeah, like
and we
I'm a huge
just,
fan of Tony Scott, and there's a couple
yeah.
shots that I do that are based
Oh
off
God,
him,
yeah.
and we did that for Five
We
Stages as
did it for
well.
5 stages. We're gonna
So
continue it. Like any others, I make fun of it. There's always the Quentin Tarantino feet shot. We got those, but we do it where it's necessary for it.
there's a reason for it, people.
There's a
Get
reason.
over
There's
it.
a reason for the Quentin Tarantino shots, and there's reasons for why they're unique and why
Yeah.
they stand out is because, well, it's necessary.
Right.
And there are shots in ClintsChapter where it is necessary.
Yeah.
And there's this, especially with people you're not aware of yet, where it's necessary.
Yeah.
Especially with Lucas, I think, is one of those guys who it's like you see the shoes and okay,
It's Lucas.
something is about to happen.
Yeah.
Either someone is gonna get what's coming to them, or someone is gonna just shit themselves.
Yeah.
It's something bad's about, just something's
Yeah.
gonna happen. That, and unfortunately, I'm taking it. Not to spoil anything, but I'm taking a Quentin Tarantino shot right at the start of season 2. So
Yeah.
it helps, and I think it's going to be one of those great hour 30-minute, hour 15-minute movies, and it's just going to have a lot of different interpretations.
We hope the release date is going to be
Yeah.
sooner than we think.
We hope.
Obviously, it did get pushed back. It was supposed to be December, but I think we're hoping for a spring to even
early summer,
early summer release. It really just depends how quick we get the rest of this footage done and all that jazz.
Yeah,
So,
and it's one of those films where it has
You
to
can't
be
half-ass it.
precise. It needs to be the cuts, even some of the color. Everything has to be a certain way, and then once you put it all together, then there's even that more time where
the sound
score
design, yeah, we're
has
getting an
to be
original,
precise.
right? Like we're getting an original score made for
Yeah.
this film. I mean, this is a real big deal
This
for
is-
us.
yeah.
This is easily one of our biggest and craziest projects we've worked
Mhm.
on since
And
our
this is a
filmmaking
and this is
career.
our first. This is the first movie, like a
Like this
official.
is our first official
we've
feature
seen
film.
we've seen other people's movies that they've done for years, but this is our first thing we've done. I've done I've done TV shows. I've never done a TV show before, and I'm enjoying that. But this is, this can help us get somewhere
Yeah,
where people can ask us, hey, I have an idea, or I have a concept that I want to try out, or I want to take
yeah,
this book, this magazine, this show, this cartoon, this whatever, and make it into something. This is hopefully our leader, whatever, our thing, our baby, right?
Oh no, I 100% think it
Yeah.
will, and I think fans are gonna love what we've done with Clint, all the characters that we've added, and just I think this is going to be an amazing film this year,
Yeah.
and I am really excited for everyone to watch it, and really just the support that we've been getting.
Yeah. And can you believe it or not, it's rated G. Like,
Yeah.
who knew? God, I can't believe it. Like, how
Yeah,
it was a lot harder than it looks,
yeah,
guys.
we
to make
pulled it off,
rated G.
people. We pulled it off.
Like, I even tried to make 5 Stages PG-13, and that didn't work out.
Yeah, no, you can't
no,
do stuff like that.
It is not a rated G movie. It is definitely rated R, but it's not as.
But
it's not horror R, but it's like a thriller suspense.
Yeah,
rated R, where it gets people to talk about it.
There's some blood.
Yeah, well, please, that's nothing.
Yeah, but it's not. We're not seeing like someone get like a samurai sword.
No, someone's not getting their head. Yeah, but it's a different type of thriller suspense, horror-esque.
Yeah.
Movie where it still gets people on the. People will be talking about it. Like, people will be interested in this movie because it's been made, but not often.
Right.
Like, it's not
because dark web films are, they are tricky to make.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's a challenge on myself and all of us to see what we can do and how we can improve on it. And, really,
a lot of movies based on video games don't do so well. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Borderlands is one. Like, just to name one, Borderlands Don't watch that movie. But there are certain movies, if you make based off the game, it's hard to do. And I think one of the movies that does it well, like Super Mario Brothers, they
The
did it.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us did it very well. They made a TV show, not a movie. Sonic has done it very well, I think. But no one has, Friday the 13th, I guess, was a, alien, right? But no one has really made this type of video game movie.
Right.
And I think it's really going to capture people's attention where, you know what, let's see if this actually, let me watch it. Let's see if this is, and then when they watch it, I think they're going to be
I bet you most people won't even realize it's from a video game. Like,
yeah, that's possibly also true because honestly, I didn't even know it was based until you told me 10 years ago. But people will just be interested in just seeing. You know what? I've never seen this character before. I'm interested in this character to see what happens, and let's see where it goes. And I think they won't even know it, and they'll be sitting there and they'll watch the movie and don't even realize that they don't want to reach for their remote to turn it off.
Yeah,
they'll just watch it like, God, that was intriguing.
That was good.
That was good. That was an A-, B+ worthy movie. And again, it's one of those movies that doesn't have a plot hole. I can't find a plot hole, Johnny. Johnny made sure that there was no plot hole, and I hate that.
I tried my absolute hardest.
I can't find a plot hole, and I'm very mad about it. But I think people are going to really enjoy this movie.
I think so too. I think the fans are going to enjoy it. Overall, people are going to enjoy this. They're going to talk about it. And I think this is the film that's really going to help take us off into even bigger and better levels in filmmaking.
I really hope so, that people are going to recognize the potential that we have to even make small skits, little videos here and there. Like I said, take something of a concept from a book, TV show, magazine, comic book, whatever, or make a sequel to something and just say, hey, you know what, you guys, have at it.
Right.
And I'm hope that it really starts picking up. But Johnny, I think you did a very good job with ClintsChapter.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you guys to all the support, watching the trailer. Please make sure to share it around. And me and Jake both, again, are honored to be doing this for you guys. And we look forward to seeing Welcome to the Game ClintsChapter on the big screen and streaming at home. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.